Thank you. I have here the final question of the night. Coal trains. Plans to transport millions of tons of coal through Washington for shipment to China hold the promise of much-needed jobs for the region. But critics worry about the environmental impacts, such as pollution from coal dust, train derailments, or barge accidents that might happen on the Columbia River. Environmental groups, elected officials, Native American tribes, including the Yakama Nation, are opposing the plans. Where would you as governor stand, and what action will or won't you take related to the proposed new coal export terminals here in the Northwest? We'll start with you, Mr. McKenna.
Well, these terminals are very large, and they could have significant environmental impacts, possibly health impacts. And so they're going to have to go through a lengthy environmental review process that assesses not only the impacts of the terminal operations, but the impacts of the trains that carry the coal to reach those terminals. In making those evaluations, they're going to have to assess whether or not the trains are coming anyway. In other words, will the trains come whether we build the terminals or not? There is a lot of speculation that if the terminals aren't located in our state, they'll simply haul the coal up to British Columbia. So we'll still get the train traffic, we'll get the coal, but we won't get the jobs at the terminals. That's why organized labor and business in communities like Longview and Whatcom County are saying, yeah, let's take a serious look at having those jobs and having these terminals here. But they're not going to be approved unless they can meet the rigorous standards established under law. And that means a cumulative impacts analysis to look at what, not just how one terminal affects us, but how multiple terminals will.
All right. Mr. Hanson.
Look, I look at this from a jobs perspective. That's what I'm focusing on as running for governor. There are some positive jobs in constructing these ports and operating them, but there are some negative downsides for jobs as well. I was talking to a city councilman from Washougal a month or so ago, and he was very concerned about the impact of small businesses in his town of having these almost 2-mile-long trains going through their town 18 to 40 times a day. That is a real negative on jobs itself. So we have to have a cumulative impact statement to look at all of these impacts throughout the state of Washington of these very, very significant proposals. But we should not wait there. We should embrace the innovative spirit of Washington to build a clean energy industrial base in the state so we can sell new systems that aren't fossil fuel based. Solar energy, wind energy, energy efficiency. Silicon Energy in Marysville, the most durable solar cell made in the world today, is made in Marysville, Washington. We've got to make sure we do that.